Walk us through those final moments.
He blow past the light. We stopped at the light. Car just rolled up, start popping in the car. Just pop, 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 pop.
He had no business in LA at that time. We all knew that. Why would Puff rent studio time? Those cars was rented. So to put those stickers on there, you defacing the property.
Lil Cease, the man who was right there in the car when the legendary Biggie Smalls met his untimely demise, has finally decided to spill all the jaw-dropping tea. Get ready for a spine-chilling account of the terrifying moments that rocked the rap industry and left us all in shock. Let's set the scene. The stage is Los Angeles, the city of dreams, where Biggie, Lil Cease, D-Rock, and their ride-or-die driver G were living it up like hip-hop royalty. It seemed like just another ordinary night, but fate had something wicked up its sleeve. As they set off on their journey, everything seemed peachy keen. The crew was cruising through the streets, soaking in the glitz and glamour of the LA nightlife that had become their second home. Little did they know that the universe had a sinister plot twist in store for them. Hold on to your seats because here comes the shocker. Their car comes to a halt at an intersection, but guess who decides to play fast and furious? None other than Puffy himself, breezing through a red light like rules don't apply to him.
Puff pull out first. We pull out behind him. He blow past the light.
But wait, the plot thickens. Out of nowhere, a shadowy car stealthily approaches their vehicle, driven by an unknown assailant. No words were spoken, but a sudden hail of bullets transforms the peaceful night into a horrifying nightmare.
Before you know it, a car just rolled up, start popping in the car. Just pop, 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 pop.
Talk about a spine-tingling plot twist. Chaos erupts as panic ensues, and our crew dives for cover, desperately seeking safety from the relentless rain of gunfire. Can you imagine the sheer terror they must have felt? It's like a scene straight out of a Hollywood thriller. Once the smoke clears and the bullets cease their deadly dance, our brave survivors emerge from the car, their hearts pounding with fear and disbelief. Their minds racing, they rush to the back of the vehicle, desperate to make sense of the ghastly scene that unfolded before their eyes. But what they discover next will haunt them until the end of days. Biggie, the larger-than-life icon himself, remains motionless in his seat, his life tragically snuffed out. Can you even begin to imagine the shock and devastation that washed over them? It's a haunting image that will forever be etched in their minds. Hold on to your wigs because the story takes an even crazier turn. Just as our shaken crew is grappling with the horrific reality of their loss, Puffy's truck mysteriously reappears on the scene. Can you say plot twist of the century? Anyway, in a daze, our grief-stricken crew huddles together, their voices hushed as they realize they need to act fast. With adrenaline pumping through their veins, they make a daring decision to flee the scene and rush Biggie to the nearest hospital, clinging onto a glimmer of hope that they can somehow save his precious life. Now, this account of events by Lil Cease has actually brought more questions than answers. I mean, why was Diddy so determined to get past that intersection? Well, some fans believe that it was because he knew something was coming. Puff was determined not to stop at that light. He knew what was coming, one fan commented, and another replied to this saying, "Man, I was thinking the same thing. They go through the red light and then after the shooting come back to pick all the guys up." Puffy knew exactly what was about to happen, also was why he wasn't in the car with Big. Another fan commented, "Puff was always with Big, all of a sudden they in different cars and he ran the red light." A fourth fan wrote, "Puffy knew that was about to happen. That's why he blew the light to get out of harm's way." While Lil Cease's shocking revelations have left us all in a state of shock, there are some diehard fans who have their own theories of what actually happened. According to these adamant fans, Diddy allegedly orchestrated the entire tragic event, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. They claim that he had supposedly hired a notorious street team, whispering in their ears, planting the wicked seed of taking out Biggie. One fan commented, "Diddy got Biggie killed. I don't care what anyone says because this is my belief. P. Diddy is a grimy dude. That man has enough connection to take out anyone he needs to." Another fan added, "Puffy was the one that ended this, man. You know, sometimes your enemies are the ones closest to you." And a third fan commented, "Puff had to come back and make sure they got the job done that he was paying them to do." Meanwhile, Diddy's own bodyguard, Gene Deal, has also stepped into the spotlight with a mind-blowing revelation that will leave you clutching your pearls. Get ready for some spicy details that will make your jaw drop. According to Gene, the night of Biggie's tragic demise was not just an ordinary drive through the city. Oh no, my darlings. There were peculiar markings that caught his eagle eye. Biggie's car adorned with an abundance of eye-catching stickers. Now, you might think, what's the big deal? It's just stickers. But hold on to your designer shades, because this seemingly trivial detail could be the smoking gun we've all been waiting for. Here's where it gets juicy. Gene Deal, armed with his insider knowledge, dropped a bombshell that could shake the very foundations of the rap industry. He spilled the tea, alleging that these cars, including Biggie's, were rented, and guess what? Slapping stickers all over them was strictly against policy. Can you believe it? Those stickers became glaring red flags, a tantalizing clue that something was amiss. Who would dare to flaunt the rules and mark these rented vehicles? The fingers immediately pointed towards one group and one group alone, the notorious street team supposedly hired by none other than Bad Boy Records. Talk about a shocking twist. Gene Deal boldly proclaimed that this exclusive street team held the golden opportunity and unfettered access to tamper with those rides. Could it be that these stickers were not mere decorations, but a sinister message from within the music empire itself? But wait, the drama doesn't end there. Prepare to be stunned as we uncover another intriguing layer to this tangled web of deceit. In a twist of fate, it turns out that Puff Daddy's car, the very same man who sits at the center of this controversy, was completely sticker-free.
Because somebody wanted to know, yo, if y'all gonna get big, to go to the car with the stickers on it.
While the investigation into Biggie's tragic case unfolded, the head honcho of security let slip a tantalizing hint. He vaguely alluded to some mysterious tasks entrusted to the street team, but he conveniently kept the details under wraps. How mysterious, right? But hold on to your hats because things are about to take a twisted turn. Now, with this fresh batch of information revealing an inside connection between the culprit and the victim, it seems highly probable that the mole within the street team had a pivotal role in orchestrating the diabolical scheme that separated Biggie's car from Diddy's.
So only one that has an opportunity and only one that could have done that was somebody for the street team.
Meanwhile, fans are convinced that Diddy knew about the stickers, and there is even a possibility that he was the one who arranged for them to be placed on Biggie's car. I always thought that was odd when I saw the Think Big stickers on the wheels of the Suburban. In the 90s, whenever you did street team promotion, you always wanted the biggest signs possible. You would have wanted people wearing big t-shirts, big posters, flyers, etc. When it came to vehicles, you did a wrap. If you couldn't afford a wrap, you did a magnet decal. Either way, the artwork was always at eye level, door and windows. The problem with putting the promotion stickers on wheels is that no one is looking down. They're too small, and when the wheels turn, it'll be upside down. No one can read. Says those stickers stuck out to me too, no lie. One fan commented, a second fan added, "Don't think for 1 minute that Diddy didn't know that those stickers were put on the vehicle Biggie was driving in. Anything that goes down in Bad Boy's crew organization, Diddy is well aware of it beforehand." Meanwhile, Gene also revealed that Biggie was fully aware that Diddy had been swiping some serious cash from his pockets. But here's the twist. Biggie himself was no angel either. Yes, my dears, it seems like there was a double dose of thievery happening within their so-called friendship. Talk about betrayal of the highest degree, but wait, there's more to this sordid tale. Gene, in a shocking expose, spilled the beans on another grave sin committed by Diddy. Brace yourselves, for this revelation will send chills down your spine. Despite the dangerous feud raging between the East and West Coasts, Diddy, the one entrusted with managing Biggie's career, shockingly refused to beef up security. Can you believe it? This is negligence of the highest order. What's more, Gene pointed fingers at yet another individual who he believes was in cahoots with Puffy, working hand in hand to execute the dastardly attack. According to Gene's daring claims, he personally warned a member of Biggie's entourage to stay far away from Puffy's designated route. And guess what? This person, none other than D-Rock, promised to heed Gene's words of caution. But alas, fate had other plans in store. In a shocking twist of events, D-Rock betrayed his own word and steered Biggie right into the heart of that ill-fated after-party at Peterson Museum. Can you believe the audacity? But here's where it gets even spicier, my scandal-craving friends. Gene suspects that D-Rock wasn't acting alone in this treacherous betrayal. Oh no, according to his speculations, Diddy himself had a sneaky hand in the whole affair. To support his claims, Gene dropped a bombshell by sharing the revelations made by Kirk Burroughs. Apparently, Biggie was initially scheduled to jet off to London with Kirk. But in a twist of fate, Giddy and D-Rock managed to persuade the late rapper to ditch the London plans and attend that notorious after-party instead. While the statements made by Gene may be considered controversial, it's important to note that they do not hold any legal weight at this point. However, it seems that Gene is not yet done spilling the tea. Believe it or not, Gene has previously exposed a stunning truth that will make you question everything. Despite having a security team consisting of 7 to 8 individuals, the majority of them were shockingly unarmed. Can you believe it? This mind-boggling disclosure raises serious doubts about the level of protection provided to Biggie on that fateful night. Now, many of you might be scratching your heads and wondering why, oh why, in the midst of the explosive feud between the East and West Coasts, were Biggie's security personnel not carrying any firearms? Well, according to Gene, the answer is quite simple. It all came down to the employer's orders. And let's face it, we all know who that employer was, don't we? It's becoming increasingly evident that there were some major security blunders on that fatal night. Gene shed light on the fact that everyone involved knew about Biggie's health condition. They were well aware that he couldn't run or defend himself in a dangerous situation. So, logically speaking, the absence of armed guards simply does not make any sense at all. Gene made it abundantly clear that he doesn't believe Diddy ever genuinely cared about Biggie. In Gene's opinion, Diddy was only interested in Biggie's talent and had signed him to his label in order to promote his own success. After all these details, you might wonder why Diddy was after Biggie when Biggie was scouted by Diddy himself. We all remember the infamous feud between the Crips and Snoop Dogg, right? Well, according to Gene, it was Biggie who instigated it. And as for Diddy, he was too afraid to confront any beef head-on. So he took matters into his own hands and eliminated the source of the problem. But let's not forget the fact that Big was about to leave Bad Boys. Maybe he was panicking at the thought of losing his pedestal in the music industry. These conclusions have evoked different types of reactions from the public. Some believe that Puffy wanted to be at the top, so he conspired to remove Biggie, who is far more talented than him. We all know that nothing ever comes out of being in association with Diddy. His toxic work ethic didn't go unnoticed by his fellow artists. In an interview with the Breakfast Club, rapper 50 Cent spoke on Diddy's history as a solo artist and is still confused by why any artist would want to be associated with the current head of Revolt TV. Puffy might be the destination for anybody going nowhere, said 50 Cent. Nobody survived him. Even Mace voiced out his reservations when he worked under Diddy for some time. Recently, in an interview with $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, the Mo Money Mo Problems artist asked what went down between him and his former label boss. I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth. So this disdain that I got for Puff is more like you trying to keep me here. He just kept trying to keep me here, like he didn't want me to grow at anything. And even after all this time, Biggie's mother, Valletta Evans, is still waiting for justice for her only child. Biggie's mother told EW exclusively while promoting the Netflix documentary, "Biggie, I have a story. As long as I have life, there's hope. I'll never give up, and I hope when I'm not in this world anymore, my friends and family will carry on the fight. There is always hope." In an exclusive interview with Daily Mail, Valletta blamed the LAPD for not solving the case properly. She even claimed to know the culprit herself. "I have a very good idea who murdered Christopher, and I genuinely believe that the LAPD know exactly who did too. They've done their investigation, but they just refuse to move forward. I don't know why they haven't arrested who was involved. It seems to me that it's one giant conspiracy and someone is definitely being protected somewhere down the line," she said. In any case, as fresh details emerge, it becomes increasingly clear that Biggie's untimely demise was not a random act of violence, but a meticulously planned operation executed by individuals close to the iconic rapper. But here's the real question that has tongues wagging and minds reeling. Could Diddy, the larger-than-life music mogul himself, be implicated as one of the masterminds behind Biggie's chilling assassination? Only time will tell. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.